Okay, good morning from central Iowa on the big lake, Red Rock today, this morning. Everybody else is in bed. Thought I'd do a little fishing. So I've got a couple lines set up. I'm going to set a third up, got some cut shad. Going to set a third up with crawlers, just the gobbo worms, and see what happens. So I got a couple hours to fish before I need to go home and wake everybody else up and make breakfast. Well, I'm not going to wake anybody up, but go home, make breakfast. Hoping to catch a couple catfish today. It is a beautiful morning. Slight breeze. It's low 40s. It's chilly, but it's beautiful. So beautiful spring day. Hoping the catfish cooperate. We'll find out. Man, here's the thing. Regardless of if I catch anything, it is absolutely gorgeous this morning. Full moon in the background. Just the other day, actually, the day the tornado came, I was literally right up the hill right over there in a house. I was watching that tornado come across a few miles that direction, just come across that side, and man, it's wild. None of that this morning. It is gorgeous. Albeit a little chilly. Got gulls working, there's pelicans, there's eagles. Man, God's creation is cool. Alright, something just bumped. Thought something maybe bumped my left line there. But then something definitely bumped my center line there. Oh, yep. Something's messing with it. Oh, yeah. Come on. It's actually kind of wild to think. I've got friends up in northwest Iowa that are still fishing on almost 20 inches of ice. Finally, I saw a picture earlier this week where it's starting to erode a little bit on the shoreline. But a lot of good ice. They're catching fish. Just kind of thinking about, see, it's April, May, June, 2 months. Early April now. But in about 2.5 months, I'm going to be in Minnesota fishing. And they've got a bunch of ice and a bunch of snow up there still. There's a whole lot of ice that's got to come off of some water. I mean, it'll be off by the time we get up there, but man, I don't know how long it's going to have been off by the time we get up there. Crappies are going to be spawning under ice at this rate. That's kind of crazy. Something just tapped my crawler. I like having a crawler out there because it's kind of the wild card line. Yeah, I'm hoping to catch a catfish on it, but I mean, carp, drum, even bass, walleye. I mean, it's a lot more fish on the table, really, when you're talking a crawler out there. A lot of other options that are just as likely to hit that as the other. Cut bait, yeah, probably catfish. Now I know people catch walleye and bass and other things on cut bait, but it's not the target species or common with cut bait. But crawlers, maybe. But just a little tap and it was gone. That's fish. That's a fish. Just absolutely hammered my crawler. It's like a little cat. Ah, that's the target. Bumpy. Lots of bumps. Perfect eater if I was wanting to keep catfish, but man. Oh, get out there, little dude. Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? All right. Fish. That was on the Gaba crawler. Nice. Oh, somebody else parked up there and come down and do a little fishing. It's a pretty popular area. I'm really surprised there wasn't somebody down here already. This is the time of year. It's hard sometimes to even find a spot to fish where there's not somebody else along the shoreline, or yeah. Looks like he's gonna go under the bridge. I assume crappie fishing. There's actually another car parked up that direction too, but never saw them. I don't know if they're in that, tucked in that little cove up there, crappie fishing. I don't know. I don't think the crappies have moved up yet. Oh, here comes a beaver. Is that a beaver or an otter? Muskrat. Something coming up the shoreline here. Come on, fishies. About an hour left to fish. I'm happy I caught a catfish, but I'd like to catch another. And as you can see, my setups are not fancy by any means. They're not, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with fancier catfish rigs with whisker seeker stuff. They're great. It's great. But man, again, I say this all the time, fish don't know the difference. So I got triplets there. Nothing fancy. Your Berkley big game catfish rods paired up with Quantum Optics spinning reels. I think I got two 60s and an 80. Maybe there are two 40s and a 60. I don't know. They have 65-pound Power Pro on all three of them. They're just a matching set. My rod holders, if you haven't seen the video on how I make my rod holders, they're cheap, they're easy. I'll link in the description my video on how I make those. Again, some PVC re-rod and a couple hose clamps. It's nothing fancy by any means. But it gets the job done. Fish don't know what's up here on shore. They don't know. All they know is what's presented to them on the back end. In this case, I got two pieces of shad and some crawlers. So, anyway, don't think you have to go out and break the bank. I think those spinning reels are they're less than $30 a piece. The rods are, I think, $20 a piece. By the time you throw some line on there, you're talking maybe $60 each in all three of those. Oh, there's a bite. I'm a crawler again. There was a bite on the crawler again. Thought about trying to float a bobber out there too. I do have my bobber rod with me, my Catfish bobber rod. There's something cool about watching a bobber go down. I'm a child at heart. My wife would say I'm a child all the time. My kids would agree. Oh, I just love bobber fishing. Oh, maybe I'll do that. I think I'm talking myself into it. Especially since they aren't really going gangbusters doing this. Sometimes just drifting a floated bait through it's the money. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Alright, something started hitting this crawler again. I'm not gonna get too ambitious. I'm gonna let it just have a tappy tap. Oh, that's more than a tap. That was a little pull. That one I caught earlier just waylaid it. That's what I'm waiting for again. Just to be absolutely crushed. It does not appear this is the fish that's going to do that. I think my bobber's sitting on bottom. Oh, no, there goes that fish again. Oh, that was a real bite. Come on. Just take it. Let me hit you. Got him. Oh. Some head shakes going. Ow. Oh. Oh my gosh, he's a tank. Drum. Size of that drum. Good grief. Hey! Caught a drum. I haven't caught a drum in a bit. That would explain all the pecking and nipping. Oh my gosh. God, eagle soaring right there. That's cool. It never gets old. There's a ton of eagles around Red Rock, around this area. And quite a few stay all year, but this time of year especially, there are just tons of eagles around. And my kids are used to that. They grew up with that. So it's nothing really special to them. My wife and I are like, oh, look at the eagles, look at the eagles. And the kids are like, yeah, it's just eagles, whatever. But man, when I was growing up as a kid, we never saw eagles. Just never. They were almost extinct, literally. What was it? DDT, soften their shells, and blah, blah, blah. I don't know. They were almost extinct. That's all I know. So to see eagles is still really cool for us, even though my kids really could care less. Oh, my bobber's down. My bobber's down. My bobber's down. Oh, I gotta catch up to it. I gotta catch up to it. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's not a small fish. Yeah. On the bobber. Oh, get up here, buddy. A little better than the last one. Not much. Little. Oh, he's fat. Fat. Fat, nice healthy cat. Yeah, about the same as the last one. Maybe a little fatter, but pretty close. Fresh bait did the trick. All right, on the bobber. Catfish like bobbers too. Well, they don't know the difference. They like bait under a bobber too. So good fish to end the morning on. I was just getting ready to start packing it up to go. Got to get home and make breakfast for the family. It's been a good morning. Some catfish and a drum. Can't complain about that. So I'm gonna get this guy back in the water. Perfect eater if I was keeping fish. I'm not. I'm gonna get this guy back in the water and pack it up to get going. So thanks for watching. God bless you. Happy Easter. Happy Easter. See you next time.